Greetings. Today is Wednesday, February 10th. And this Sunday, I won't be with you in worship. Mary Saylor, who is a retired Presbyterian minister here in the Presbytery of the Grand Canyon, will be filling in for me this Sunday and the following Sunday. I'll be taking my last 2 Sundays off in my contract year. And we're quite blessed to have Mary join us because she is also the liaison from the presbytery to the pastor nominating committee. So she's been working regularly with the pastor nominating committee and has gotten to know that group of folks. And so I think it will be nice to have her preach here at GPC. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And I wanted to let you know in advance that she will be bringing the word on Sunday. Next Wednesday will be Ash Wednesday, marking the beginning of the season of Lent, those 40 days before Easter. And we will have an Ash Wednesday service, 7:00 p.m. And we're thinking creatively about what we might do with the ashes. One of the ideas we have is to have the ashes put in little baggies that can be available for pickup at the church, along with a little card that explains, what this represents for us on Ash Wednesday. And so you will be able to pick those up in advance if you would like to have them. And then during the worship service, I will model for you how to use those ashes at the appropriate time in the service. So the way we will do it this year is, if you are in a household, you might do the imposition of ashes, place those ashes on one another's forehead, and say the words that we normally say with that imposition of ashes. If you are alone, you can make the mark of the cross on yourself, on your forehead, or on your palm. And I will demonstrate that, model that for you during the worship service as well, just to show you how you might be able to do that for yourself. We're having to change the way we worship and the way that we have practiced these communal actions in the past, given the social distancing and not being able to be together and be in close proximity to one another. So while you're at home, or even if you're here in the worship service and you're sitting in the pew alone, you will have some ashes to use yourself. And so that's going to be a different thing for us this year. And I hope to add some information, as I say, to go along with the ashes, so that you'll get that on a little card that goes along with the ashes. And some people don't like the season of Lent because they think that it focuses too much on sin, because it is supposed to be a time of self-reflection, taking a look at our lives, taking stock of our relationship with God, and just being honest with ourselves. It's to represent, the time of Jesus's testing in the wilderness. He was in the wilderness for 40 days. And he was tested, as elements are tested for their durability or their quality. It's that kind of testing, to see, what your faith really means, and how you access it, and how you come to understand the strength and the substance of your faith. But also taking a look at your relationship with God, and being honest and frank about that. We trust that God is kind and compassionate and patient, and is not going to be waiting to shake a angry finger at us and say, you really fell up short that last year, but really is wanting us to come in honesty and hear from us, so that God might be able to help us. Isn't it Dr. Phil, I think, who says that you can't, if you don't acknowledge it, you can't fix what you don't acknowledge, or you can't make improvements if you don't admit that you need to make improvements. You can't change if you don't admit that there are things that need to be changed. It's in that kind of spirit of honesty and self-assessment that we enter into this time of Lent. Because, and as we're taking a look at the story of where we are in the Christian year, at the end of those days of Lent, we're going to be entering into those final days of Jesus's time on earth. And that is a very critical and hard time. And we need to be able to enter into that time, fully prepared to walk with our Lord those last few days of his life, to enter into that time of sorrow and grief, where he experienced betrayal from his closest friends. We know that's not the end of the story. We know that Easter's coming, but we can't get to Easter short of walking through Maundy, Thursday, and Good Friday. So all of these parts of the gospel story are embodied in our acknowledgement of Lent, and a seasonal time of looking at scriptures that can inform our faith around this time. So I wanted to just lift up the season of Lent and taking a look ahead at Ash Wednesday. And I look forward to joining you on Ash Wednesday.